I am so thrilled that we have Waymo as an option in Scottsdale in Phoenix. I noticed it for the first time flying into the airport and didn't have the app set up. So the next time we came in, I made sure I'd already set it up before I left home. Do go ahead and download the app, go ahead and put it up, you set up your account with your credit card. That way, when you get there, you can go ahead and call for a car, and they do come very quickly. The Lyfts and Ubers and Waymos all pick up in the same location. And the first time we rode in it, I was listening to the people around us, and they were freaking out just a little bit about this whole concept of autonomous cars, which for good reason, it's new to us a lot, for the most part. Um, but they were saying, who would trust, this car to drive them somewhere? Well, from my experiences, and I've ridden them several times now, and even in different cities, I would. The drive is smooth. It is so safe. It is not the fastest. No, if you're in a big hurry, you probably should get a Lyft or an Uber because that driver will probably speed for you. They'll go roll through stops. They do not do that in the Waymo. The Waymo follows the letter of the law, and it is a great alternative. I have to be honest. Sometimes I'm not up to the chit chat or the small talk, and I feel bad if I don't talk to a person in my car. And then also sometimes I don't necessarily enjoy the cleanliness of some of the Lyfts and Ubers I've been in. So this is a great safe alternative. It's really easy to use. I'll show you how to call a car, how to locate it, and the ins and outs of riding with Waymo. Once you have your app, it's super easy to call a car. You can call for one using the Waymo app in Metro Phoenix, the San Francisco Bay Area, and LA right now. If you are in Atlanta or Austin, you have to use the Uber app and then you may get a Waymo car, which you can actually enable. But calling a car is super easy. It will predetermine where you are, so you have to allow for location services. It make sure you're in the right spot though. There might be choices like right around you, and some are more advantageous to you as far as the pickup spot goes for you to choose. And then you will type in your location. We use the app here. You can see I was choosing for us to get picked up at our hotel near the airport and going to Flower in Time. Once you choose your location, the app is going to get a car for you and you'll be able to see how far away the car is. I've never had to wait more than probably 5 to 7 minutes, depending on where I was. Usually it's 3 minutes. They're all over the place. It's great. And then you just wait for your car. They do have meeting points that may not make sense to you, I'll be honest, but the app allows you to see where you are as opposed to where the Waymo is going to pick you up. Now, sometimes orienting yourself in a map like this, even with Google Maps, walking around a city, can be a little challenging. So, look for your cross streets, look for, landmarks, and figure out where the car is going to go. It sometimes goes to a place that may not seem super obvious, but I think they choose locations based on easy in and out for the car and a safe location for pedestrian pickup. So just use your app and you'll see where your car is going to meet you. I was really anxious the first time we took Waymo anywhere about identifying our car. They all look exactly the same, but don't worry, you will have a display on top of your car. Those lights up there on top will display your initials. So I'm always looking for PS for Pam Stoll, and I know that's my ride. Plus, of course, you have the app and it's very accurate. It will, alert you when your car is nearby. The car will open automatically when you're close to it with your phone. But if it does not, don't fret. You can just go into your app and say unlock car. Once you're inside, it's going to ask you to start the ride when you're ready. And you can do that either on the touch screen in the car in the back seat, or you can do it on your app. It will ask you to fasten your seatbelts. That's not optional. And if you don't fasten your seatbelts, you will get a call from corporate headquarters. And I think if you don't comply with buckling up, they probably will end your ride. So you do have to buckle up for safety. I enjoy watching the display in the back of the car. It shows pedestrians along the route, cars. It keeps you updated about, how much longer you have in your ride. But it also allows you a couple other options. It allows you to choose your music, which you can set up those preferences in advance in the app. So we have alternative rock music selected for us. So when we get in the car, we can choose between a couple of different channels that suit our preferences. You can also, If you ever need to end the ride early, if you need to get out of the car, you change your mind or something happens, you can even call corporate headquarters, which we actually did that once. We were in San Francisco. It was early in the morning, and I think the car we were in had been a bit of a party transport car. I think someone had overindulged, and it was a clean car. Don't get me wrong. It was perfectly clean visually, but there was an underlying smell. And if you've ever, had a little too much to drink at night, you know that smell I'm talking about. But it did not smell great. We were able to roll the windows down, so you can control that. But I also called corporate through this display and I said, hey guys, this car needs to air out. it needs to be it needs to be put up for a little bit. So they were great. They responded right away. They're
Don't
like,
forget your
okay, yes,
phone,
ma'am.
keys,
That
or
sounds good
wallet.
to us. We
There are more
understand. We're
drop
so
off options
sorry
in
for
the
the
app.
inconvenience. And they said they would take the car back to the detailing area so that it could be cleaned again, and they would take it out of rotation. And I also got a credit for a future ride, which I appreciated. And so this is a great tool. Don't feel like you are locked in here. You're not. It's not a bad movie, a bad sci-fi movie. You have control over your ride, even though there is no driver. Probably more so than if you had a real driver, quite honestly, because you can get out at any point along the way. I
Finding a
found
spot
Waymo
to
to be
pull
very
over.
reasonable. Sometimes it's more, sometimes it's less than a typical rideshare. But of course,
You're
the
here.
upside is you
Please
don't
make
have to
sure
tip
it's clear
anyone.
before exiting.
As far as coverage goes, there's about 315 square miles currently that's being covered, and I feel like they're going to keep adding all the time. Right now, you can use it in Scottsdale, you can use it in Phoenix, parts of Mesa, parts of Chandler, and I'm quite sure it will keep expanding. If they don't cover an area, they won't let you book a ride there. So don't worry, you're not going to get stranded. And it's a great way to see the city. Get out there.